This working? Okay. Awesome. Okay. We're excited about today. Thank you for everyone being here, and we will get started right away. Let me get this, see if this is working. All right. How's everyone doing today? Good? Fantastic. Yay. Yeah? All right. Okay. That's right. Excellent. Okay. So quick reminder, we've got a couple things we want to go through, and then we'll give a moment to our lunch sponsor. Today we want to go over introduce each of our ALC members and have them share a little bit about what is going on in the different committees. And this is a way for you guys to know what's going on and to be involved. So a lot of people come and they say, hey, Tyler, I've got suggestions for this and this and this. I'm like, great, get involved. Let's do it. So this is an opportunity to do that and have your voice be heard, and it's very much welcome. So we want this to be a big part of all that. Quick reminder, this is just in memory of Paul Brown in the other office. This is the KW Success office in Davis County. If you already know or didn't know, he passed away suddenly in a snowmobiling accident. So tragic things happen. They are asking for any donations if you guys are willing and would like to. This is a QR code for that purpose. Leave that up for a second. This is bigger. Eden is, if you didn't know as well, Eden Wardle, our Eden, who has been here, for those who've been here for a long time, she was here for a long time. She is now the team leader up at that office. So that is exciting. So if you didn't know, you can send her a quick text and say congrats. Okay, we want to welcome up our lunch sponsor, R5 Homes. We've got Al and Sunny. Do you guys, where are you? There we go. Come on up here and we'll give you a mic so we can hear, mainly for our Zoom people. Got another, where's our floating mic? Here's one. Thank you. You want your own. All right, you've got the floor.
Well, great.
A couple minutes. Tell us what we need to know.
We're the lunch sponsor. But actually, we're a home builder. Okay, and I want to tell you a little bit about us, but not very long, because lunch is between us and the presentation. R5 Homes started about 10 years ago. The R5 family of real estate companies. We developed land and we started making homes. The homes that we wanted to build was, from the beginning, these homes were different than anything else you have seen. We built the first townhome with a full-size theater room in the basement. That was an adventure. Nobody thought that would sell. We sold every one of them. Then we moved on to first group of cottage homes in Eagle Mountain. And these cottage homes were built just like a regular home that you buy today, but they were priced about $150,000 less than a regular home. The only difference was they had a smaller yard, common driveway, and a big common area for parties. People started slowly sniffing around it, and soon it took off, and we sold 76 of those. Then we said, let's venture in single family homes. And we built a bunch of beautiful single family homes around the golf course. We sold them really well until the tsunami of interest rate hikes came. And nobody could buy homes anymore because things became really expensive. So since we are very innovative by our nature, we're not an old style builder, we're a problem solver, we figured the next step would be to build a home that generational living can occur, where you can have parents and children and grandparents live together, or a new buyer that wants to build wealth or create a private space for their kids and have a single family home can afford it. So we build homes that are completely different than anything else that's around us, and these homes have integrated ADU built in, and it's flexible so it can open up. You can separate 2 units, the basement from the rest of the house completely, and you get a permit for rental, or you can bring them all together. And depending on the stage of life you're in, if you are more mature buyers and want to provide shelter for your kids, then you can let them go live downstairs. They won't walk through your kitchen unless you allow them. And when you open the door, they can come and see you. If you want a renter to pay a good portion of your mortgage, so your rent goes down below what you can rent an apartment for, look at that table. That's total affordability. And it's not permanent. You don't have to live with your tenant forever. You can politely ask him to leave, and we're watching him. We want him to buy the next home, and then you can own the whole house and put all 7 kids in the basement. Okay, so the bottom line is we have been from our inception innovative in trying to match lifestyle to a house. It's unusual. Builder community likes to build based on what they think will sell, get it ready, and have someone come and buy whatever they built. We don't do that. We get our buyers to come sit with us, design the house the way they like it, within bigger rooms, 2 extra bathrooms, different style kitchen. Within 2 weeks of contract, we get building. Within 4.5 months to 5 months, we're ready. And we build a home that they are connected to. So, talked about a lot of different things. And I want to know if you have a client that finds today's situation challenging to afford a house, please.
Exactly what you want. A lot of my clients want that basement rental. And they can either afford a
Sorry, they can,
Yeah, we can hear you.
my clients can either afford a condo or they can afford a single family with a basement rental. So that's huge opportunity. And I think we're coming by this weekend.
Well, please do. I think everyone that has that is looking to choose a condo, townhome versus a single family home, the first thought they have is single family home is beyond my reach. Well, it is not. Look at that table. I don't think you can buy a condo today for $2,000 a month payment unless you're somewhere that people don't want to live, right? Yes.
2 questions. 1, where are you located? Oh, yeah. 1, where are you located? And then 2, do your developments have like a cap on how many of those houses have the ADUs, or like are your neighborhoods completely? Do you see where I'm going with
Yeah.
it? Like, does it become a single family neighborhood that has all rentals in it too? And
Great
how do you
question.
handle parking?
Great question. I'll put it in 2 categories. One is where we are located is primarily in Eagle Mountain, and also we have about 130 lots in Spanish Fork. So if you look at, we probably have well over 100 lots that are available to sell between now and end of next year in Eagle Mountain. The Spanish Fork lots are larger, are a little more expensive, and so I want to make sure that customers can look at both. The Spanish Fork ones are more for generational living, people that can afford the $800,000, $900,000 home that can house the entire 2 sets of grandparents, grandchildren, you name it. And we design it, and it also is capable of having a theater room, bowling alley, things of that nature. And we still keep, our goal is to make a $1.5, $1.3 million home to be at 1 million or less and have capabilities that those other homes cannot offer. Great question on what the neighborhood will look like and this works. In Utah, if some of you have seen governor's speech a couple weeks ago, and we may have emailed you a lot of those snippets of the speech, affordability is a huge quest for the government. So not just the state government, but also city governments are completely focused on affordability. What cities love to see is ownership and affordability go together, as opposed, because the alternative is what? Apartments. And nobody wants apartments. Okay? Apartments generally are more for transient people. If you own a house and you rent a house to someone, you're much more careful in controlling the situation because you have a permit. So let's talk about the permit. In these neighborhoods, you get a permit to have an ADU. ADU is private suite in the, wherever, either outside at the same level or in the basement. Put them in the basement because we want someday to house to unite into one when you have those 7 kids we just talked about, right? So you get a permit. The permit will require 3 things: completely separate access, and the 2 units should be completely separate from each other. We have built that into our design. It's our new design that we started in October. We sold about 20, 30 of them already. So that's number 1. Number 2 is you have to have at least 2 kitchens, one for the owner, one for the renter. And number 3 is you need to have ability to park the car that may come to that property on the property. And so we do that. So our homes either have 3-car garage or have 2-car garage with a large pad that you can park. And if you meet those 3 requirements, now you can rent your house as long as you're the owner. So the owner-renter has to be combined. And of course, when you rent your house, then you are responsible by virtue of having that permit to the city. So great question. Are these neighborhoods going to turn out to be rental neighborhoods? Well, you have a permit you have to comply with. And chances are that nobody wants to violate their permit because it's an asset. When you have that permit, you now appeal to both investors and homeowners. And your market grows significantly and your value goes up because your house is generating money. You don't have a basement you send trash into. You have a basement that burps money at you. Fair enough? And this is the major difference between these. Or you have a basement to have family to come live, guests to come stay without interfering with what you cook in your kitchen. Yes.
So it's not just about being able to afford the payment and then making it easier, but you can also get a loan that allows you to qualify for more if you get a property like that, which is exciting because if you have somebody that qualifies for like a $3,000 house payment, now they can qualify for $4,500 or something like that, depending on, what they can rent that basement for, or if the appraiser comes in and says this can be rented for whatever. I'm not sure the qualifications on that, but I know that can go toward the debt to income ratio. So now you've got a person that wants a house, but they can only qualify for a condo or a townhouse, right? But if they buy one of these units, they can probably qualify for the house because they can use that rental income to offset the payment.
Well, thank you for bringing that up. That $100 I gave you to ask this question is working really well, isn't it?
No,
But-
I just think it's really exciting that
Yeah,
that's out there.
it
now.
is definitely exciting. I want to have our mortgage company partner to come and speak to that because a lot of people are getting rejected from the market because of the qualification with rates being high. Now you have that income coming to augment you. Before I leave, I want to introduce Sunny, my partner, and my sister. And she is also an agent like the rest of you. We all should be using this speech to make some money together. I want to tell you one thing. When you call us or you come to see us like the lady over there, you'll find that we're sitting at a desk with you trying to figure out how to sell together. You do not see a old style builder's attitude of, well, what do you want? It's like, what are we going to do together to make that customer happy? Buck stops with me, and I want to make sure I give you that guarantee. Anytime you come, anything you bring to us, we'll try to work something around it to make it work. Fair enough?
One last item from us. If you go to our website, r5homes.com, there is a button there that you can register with us. Every time you register with us, if you bring a client or if you recommend a client to us, you'll get $1,000 bonus, and your client does too. So I want to make sure that's also there for you.
Thank you for mentioning it. Also, Tyson Webb sitting there. Tyson is another member of our team. So anyone that wants a great radio, call Tyson.
Do we want to mention about the affordability side of it for a second, or? Yeah.
Okay.
it seems
Yeah.
like it, Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate your, the info, and let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. If you have more questions, then are you planning on sticking around, or do you guys need to leave? Okay. If you have more questions, then there is also info on your table if we need to. Okay. All right, let's keep moving forward. We're gonna skip a couple of these. Family reunion, we've been talking about this for a long time, and we've got, how many people are going in here? Raise hands. We've got quite a few. We've got over 50 going from our office. It will be awesome. Great content. These are amazing speakers, and we are excited. A couple other things coming up. Wednesday, the 31st, we've got our welcome aboard mixer. We want to make sure that everyone is familiar with our new agents and those who are joining our office and getting familiar with each other so we can get to know everyone. If you don't know, our Q4 market update is, let's see, that's this Thursday, right? At 10 o'clock. Okay. Friday is the forecast. At the board. Yeah, that, or not at the board, but the board one. This one is just our KW market update. This is Thursday, 10 o'clock. It is over Zoom. You can register. You should have this in your email as well. We've got a wealth summit coming up. They're doing this in the Orem office. If this is something that interests you, it's coming up right around the corner, February 2nd, from 9 to 3. Okay. If you have more questions on that, you can ask and bring that up. Next week, for those that are doing income properties, short-term rentals, whether you have them or aspire to have them, this is a class you're going to want to be a part of. This is on the 6th here on Tuesday during the same meeting, our team meeting. And this is Chase Watts. He has been doing this, and we've had him come in, I think, about 2 years ago, and he's developed quite a few things since then. It's been really cool. He and I spent probably about an hour chatting about all these details about a month ago, and I said, you need to share this. So if that's something that is on your horizon at some point, short-term rentals, and this is a great one to plan on. We also have your first investment property coming up. Where are you? Right here. He is coming in to tell us about how we can do that. And this is on the 13th, Death by Chocolate, Saturday, March 16th. This is going to be a slightly different, more details to come. Do we want to talk about any details right now? Okay. Maybe just the kind of the high level stuff that we need to know so we can have it on our radar.
Sure. Okay. We are having our event at the Keller Williams office in the Fort Union area, Cottonwood Heights, Utah Realtors. I'm not sure what you want to call it. It's all those things. And it's going to be the 16th of March, which is a Saturday from 5 to 8. And we're asking for a $10 ticket. That's the price it's going to be. We will have to limit our tickets this year. I think we're going to be at maybe 700 ticket sales is all. And we'll have more details to follow on that, but it's a lovely venue with plenty of parking, which our building doesn't have the ability to park everybody here. So there's a lot of parking. Being it's on a weekend, there should be not a lot of activity from the other buildings needing parking. So that's exciting. And the other office has done it at their office last year, and it turned out really well. So we're able to cut down the cost. Last year, this event was $20 a head, which was really steep. So the goal is to keep it a lower cost for everybody. So it's going to be $10 a head this year. And the way that we're doing that is being able to have it at a venue that doesn't cost us any money and sharing some of the cost of some of the things with the other office. So they have their event the night before. We have ours the next day. And so we will be needing people to be willing to help set up, help clean up, because that will be part of it, as well as people to, not only will it be $10 a head, but every agent will be responsible that participates to bring about 50 pieces of chocolate. And I'm not going to limit you. I mean, at least 50. If you want to bring more, that's awesome. Questions, real briefly, we could take a couple and then we got to turn this over to somebody else. Yeah.
So when you say bring 50 pieces of chocolate, you mean seized chocolate that's already done? What do you mean? I'm totally.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so it could be anything. It could be chocolate. It actually bring anything that might dip well in a chocolate fountain. We're also going to have a gluten-free fountain, an area with gluten-free stuff. We'll need somebody to man that to make sure that people that don't need gluten-free aren't eating all the gluten-free stuff. So that kind of stuff. So people have brought in the past, I've brought sea salt caramels. Somebody else has brought, what Rice Krispie treats. I mean, we are going to buy a bunch because what you bring isn't going to be enough probably to cover everything. But we are looking for vendors that will be able to come and also set up an area, because the office not only has the big training room like we've got, which will be the tables and the fountains and things, but as you walk through their office, you can just kind of go around the loop and there will be, the plan is to have vendors that have also brought some type of a treat as well. In a little alcove, so you can wander through the building, getting things. We'll have music. We'll have an area to take photos, and we're trying to figure out a slideshow, what we want to do for that. We're thinking it might be fun to showcase some of your people that are actually going to come and maybe have pictures of them signing their documents or getting their key or whatever it is as we do the slideshow. But that is under review right now. And how we would do that, would we need permission? I mean, there's lots of details, right? So anybody else have a question before I give the time back to Tyler? It's 5 to 8 p.m. Yep, 5 to 8 p.m. And that gives people opportunity to come before dinner, go out to dinner. It's not dinner, it's just junk food, right? So, and
Some
then-
people, that's dinner.
some people it might be dinner. You're right. Right. There'll be plenty to eat, but we will ask for participation. We used to have these events and have every agent bring 50 pieces of chocolate. So we're going back to that this year. And also having the vendors bring something and be able to set up an area, but not necessarily hand out flyers and things, because we don't want it to be a sales event. We want it to be a contribution and a thank you. Okay.
Excellent. Let's give Lisa a round of applause. Thank you. Guys, it's a tricky thing. Lisa's done a lot of work in the background. It's tricky of the main goals of having this be an amazing event without it costing a ton of money. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of funds to be able to add towards this on the overall scale. So we're trying to bring the cost down per head is our main goal compared to what we were last year at $20 a head. So great job, Lisa, and thank you. And a lot of these are how we can come up with that solution. Okay, we've got Red Day, save the date. We'll come back to that. Let's just move forward with our ALC. So ALC is the Agent Leadership Council. This is the group of agents in the office who have graciously volunteered and have been asked and volunteered to be a part of our ALC, which is to make sure that we are moving forward our Keller Williams office in the direction that we want to. So one, primarily so that it is agent focused always. We want to make sure that there's a lot of voices from the agents, from you guys, and that there are different committees that that will help move our brokerage forward in the way that we want it for everyone. So what we're going to do is just take a couple minutes and allow each person to come up here, introduce their committee, and share a little bit about their vision, their thoughts on that committee. And then what we want to do at the end is invite everyone here to participate in some way. So listen for things that you have some type of a passion for. You can see these on the wall, and the intent is we've got markers over here for you to write your name, number, and email so that you can be involved in that particular committee. You can do multiple. We have heard from people in the past who, for example, Daylise, I know you signed up for quite a few last year, right? And I think you had mentioned, I'm going to dumb it down to maybe one or two. You can do multiple, just think about your own capacity as well and what you would like to do. So without further ado, we're going to invite one at a time for these chairs to come up, and I'm just going to go in order on the list. So that puts Lori first, and with Lori, I'm going to invite Shelly to come up as well. And why don't we try to take 2 minutes and at most 5. That way we can have enough time. We're not cramming the last people. Did Aaron skip out? Oh, we need to give you guys mics. Do you want a handheld or one of these?
You pass it first. We're gonna pass out. Okay. Is this one on? Is this on? I don't know how they work. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna try and talk fast because we do need more than 2 minutes. Sorry.
That's okay.
Because this one to me is really important, and we're gonna pause. Did you put the sign up sheet? One at the front, one at the back. Excuse me. I think in quotes. So we're handing out a page of quotes. I'm going to read them out to you really quick. But the first one that is kind of a Keller Williams motto is, if you want to go fast, who knows the end? If you want to go far, go together. So here we are together. And I'm first of all so glad that everybody's here, because this is a good full room. And there is a sign up sheet being sent around, and it's asking you for your name, your phone number, your email address, and then 2 questions. One is, do you need a mentor? And one is, what can you mentor? And I want you guys to think about these quotes as I'm reading them to you really quick. Okay. So here we go. If you have the opportunity to do amazing things in your life, bring something with you. Someone. What did I say? Someone. Effective communication starts with listening. Our passions are ignited when we set out to advance a cause greater than ourselves. Focus on money, you will make money. Focus on impact, you will make an impact. There's a difference between offering a service and being willing to serve. They both include giving, but one is generous. So which one sits with you? I want you all to pick one right now. Which quote right there sits with you? I can give you 12 seconds. You have a paper.
Oh, it's these?
Yep, it's those. That's why I gave you the papers, because I'm not going to say it more than once. Pick one. Huh? They were passed out, so are they not there yet? Those were the ones that Hiram fumbled. Hiram, where are they? Okay. I'll read them one more time. If you have the opportunity to do amazing things in your life, bring someone with you. Effective communication starts with listening. Our passions are ignited when we set out to advance a cause greater than ourselves. Focus on money, you will make money. Focus on impact, you will make an impact. And there's a difference between offering a service and being willing to serve. They both include giving, but only one is generous. Did everybody pick one? There's a reason I want you to pick it, because what Shelly and I want to do with our ALC position is, what makes Keller different is how we are a family. There's a reason it's called Family Reunion in February. I want you to think about what a family is to you. Okay, everybody has a different kind of family, right? But family should have each other's backs. Family should help each other learn. Family should help each other grow. And that's what we need you for. I can't help everybody here. Shelly can't help inspire everybody here, but we all have talents and we all have gifts that we can share. Okay, so one of those quotes stood out to you, and those coincide with what you can do on our board. Maybe you can help lift. Maybe you can help inspire. Maybe you need help. Maybe you're somebody who needs something. But the one I want to share with you that isn't on your paper is the pessimist complains about the wind. The optimist expects it to change, and the realist adjusts the sails. Okay. We want to adjust sails, but we know that there are some people who want it to change. And we know that there are some people who are going to complain. So we're here to listen, but we're also here to solve. And that's where you.
We passed out a list of questions, and it's really important for us to be able to do our job and make this feel more like a family. If you guys can please take the time to answer the following questions. And then at the bottom, if there's anything else that we've missed, or if there's any other improvements or you can think of that you feel like could connect us more and bring us together, then go ahead and please put that at the bottom. But don't put your name on it. It can be anonymous. And then just at the end of it, I'll have you put the papers on the outside on that red table right there and just go ahead and turn it over. But if anybody has any ideas, we would love to hear them, because it's important that we all come together as a team and make this feel like a family.
And that can include football teams, that can include soccer teams, that can include crochet teams. I don't care what the thing, right? That can include, we can go do stuff together, but that also means a one-on-one thing too, because there are a lot of agents who are in here who have a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge. And there's a lot of agents in here who need help and need a hand to hold. And part of what makes Keller different, I don't know about you guys, I've been a part of 3 different brokerages. The first one was a bunch of sharks and nobody was going to help me. They were going to eat my right arm off first before they helped me. The second one, I was all by myself in my own little pond trying to figure out how to swim. I came here and it's different. I remember talking to, I'm going to point you out right now, Emily Hayes. I was like, I really want to build a team. She sat down with me for like 2 hours and talked to me about building a team. She's a queen. And she took her time out to talk to me about it. She didn't get a kickback. She just goes back to that original quote. If we want to go far, we go together and we help each other out. So on that paper, if you'll put on there like things that you're interested in that we could do or how we can better everything, that is what our goal is.
Thank you.
5 minutes.
That was awesome. Great job. Perfect. This group is meant to be fun, right? Agent, connection, and things there. So if that interests you, maybe make a note of that. And where is that? Right in the middle over there. That's where you'd put your name up. The next ones we want to invite is Emily and Todd Hayes. Is Todd coming? Oh, it's fine.
She's got this.
She's back there.
Oh, hey,
There he is.
stealing my thunder. No. Okay, so we are over office and agent growth. So how many of you guys would like to make more money this year? Like by raise of hands. Okay, I see there's a lot of you. So I think that one of our visions in this group is to really help facilitate for people to have more productivity and increase their GCI. So that's one thing that we want to focus on, in addition to bringing in great top talent of people we want to be around and people that are going to inspire us to be better. So agents that we've worked with that we really like on the other side of the deal to really help facilitate the growth of our office and bringing in top talent around the area. Any things you want to add to that?
I mean, I think right now is a good opportunity to go out and try to find good agents and talent. There, the last couple of years have been pretty hard for agents. Some who did 10, 12, 2 years ago might have only done 5 or 6 last year. So they're out there looking for better training, better education, better community. And that's something here at Keller Williams that we can offer. So if you know of an agent who's struggling, who maybe doesn't like their brokerage because their brokerage is, has not helping through these kind of more difficult times, that's when you can, reach out to Tyler or Stephanie and say, hey, you know what? Why don't you come talk to us and see how we can, restart or ignite your career again with the trainings and everything we can offer here at Keller Williams.
Job, Tom.
Awesome. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's like they're married or something. Awesome. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, guys. All right. Look at that. Robin already knows. She's coming right up.
I see
Yep.
the,
Robin is over
is this
culture
even
and
working, you
KW
guys? I feel
Cares.
like it's not. Terry?
It's for
Okay.
it's for
Okay.
Zoom and the recording. So that way you have that.
Oh. We're gonna do some clogging. My clogging gals aren't here. Okay. There's a bunch of us here that clog together, FYI. KW Cares, I think everybody knows the philosophy of Keller Williams from the beginning. And I read Mo Anderson's book last year. And she was the first, female CEO that Gary Keller hired a long time ago from Oklahoma. And she said, look, if we're not giving back, we're not doing our job. I mean, I'm putting it in my own words. But the beautiful thing about KW Cares is you've got this form in front of you, and we're going to have it out every week for people at team meeting. And we would like to email it to people, all of our agents. If you want to donate $5 every closing, 10, 20, 25, 100, if you're a luxury heavy hitter, donate 100. Okay. That money stays right here and goes to help people and families related to people in our office. And we had a sweet agent pretty recently hospitalized multiple times, living on her own, needing a lot of help. And I was like, do we have any money to help with some things? Because it helped, it like slowed down business, right? If you're really sick, you can't get out and work, things can fall apart. And that's a beautiful thing. We all help each other. And I know that there's agents you can call here to help you with your clients. But I would love a few people on my committee to help me. Like, how can we be creative? How can we get people excited? The KW Cares money, doesn't it also go to May 11th
Yep.
to Red Day? Red Day's in May. If you're new here, haven't participated in Red Day, we have however many people want to come, we all go somewhere and do a very specific service project. And we usually need how much? 10,000 or
And
it depends on the project. We need thousands of dollars.
We do.
Okay. So I'm just thinking, listen, I know times are tight, and I've heard agents say times are tight. I know I had less closings last year and the year before than since I was a new agent practically. However, I still, every check, most of us, every check is still $8,000 to $30,000. I feel like we can afford to give $25 a closing. I feel like that's an easy thing to do. I'm going to ask you to think about it, fill this out. And when you give it to Amy, who's right up here, it will automatically, you won't even see it. You won't get taxed on it. You won't get whatever. So, yes. If you're already doing it, you don't need to fill this out. Just check on when Priyanka sends you your pay stub, make sure you see it coming out. Just double check and invite any agents who aren't here, who you don't see, or new agents, or if you do, I'm about to do a deal with someone in this office that I've never met. And I'm just going to ask her, hey, are you donating KW Cares? Because it would be awesome. And we can do some fundraiser type things for KW Cares. Last year, we put together very last minute casino night down here. We had way too few people. We still made some good money, but that's something we have all the stuff to do is a casino night. And we'll put the word out. And if you're not a gambler, it's all going to KW Cares anyways. It's very fun. Okay, March is the next one. And that one's really to make the money for May, for the May. It's not on the 11th this year though. It's changed.
9th.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I was thinking it was always it's second Thursday in May. So if you want to put that in your calendar now, feel free. We had a blast last year. It was so much fun.
May 9th.
May 9th. So and here's the notification. Okay, Jen Gilchrist is out of town.
Awesome. While Becky is coming up, KW Cares, you never know if you might need this yourself. And if something happens to you personally, something that I love being a part of a company that we think beyond ourselves, and it's not all just selfish. And so that starts with each of us. So personally, I'm grateful for that. And this is a way that we're able to do that and give back. And somehow I believe it comes back to us in multiples. So thank you very much, Robin. Let's invite Becky up here and Becky's going to go over our More Club education and career development area.
Thank you. Thanks, Tyler, and kudos to everything that you said. That was really awesome that we were able to pull that together, Robin, because we do cool things. So Jen couldn't be here today. She's enjoying a lovely vacation. So I'm up here being spokesperson for both of us, but we are really excited. We are part of More Club and also education. And I appreciate your comments earlier on because we do want to bring what you guys want to hear, right? So for the speakers, for the education, we're all at different levels in our businesses. And if there's gaps, which is very common, or, something that you would like to learn more about, please come and talk to us. Please get involved. We want to have the speakers here that are going to get behinds in these seats to attend team meeting. And that is worth your time and is valuable because we know everybody is busy. So if you have ideas of topics, if you want to speak on something, please reach out to Jennifer and I. We're going to co-chair these. So we're excited. We'll be working really, really closely together. I think that's it. I think I kept it under 5 minutes, hopefully.
You sure did. All right, let's give her a round of
Thanks,
applause.
guys.
Thank you. All right, next we are going to invite, let's see, Annie Cannon. She is our luxury committee. There you go.
All right. Hi. Okay, I'm so excited to be chairing luxury this year. I think there's a lot of opportunity in the luxury sector of the market. And I remember being a brand new agent and I was told by another agent, I said something about being lucky one time and he said, "You know what lucky is, right?" And he said, it's the meaning of opportunity and preparedness, right? So I think that we can all be lucky in luxury, but it's a matter of being prepared when that buyer or seller comes along. And that to me means being educated. So I've been fortunate to work in new construction my entire career, on and off, but I've also built a clientele outside of that. So I always said I would never just work for a builder. So, but that building side of the business has given me the opportunity to gain probably more knowledge than the average agent when it comes to the actual house and what goes into it. So, my goal is to help educate all of you, whoever is interested in learning more about luxury and what entails a luxury property. So I thought of some ideas and I would love to hear from you as to, how we can educate ourselves. But I work for a great home builder. I have a brother who builds very high-end homes in Park City who would love to have us come visit one of his job sites. Maybe not all of us at once, but, small groups of us. To really learn what goes into those properties. What kind of appliances are we talking about? What kind of windows are we talking about? It's a totally different animal when you get into the high-end luxury stuff. And you can have, like, for instance, I co-listed a home in Park City with my with another agent this summer, and we listed the property for $7 million. And I was like, the house next door is the same size and it's 4 million. So how are we getting to 7? Well, the floors are imported Italian oak and they were 400,000. So there's that, so it was like really being able to dissect that property and know what was there and what we were selling was so crucial. And so anyway, I want to help you guys figure that out. So I'm hoping to do some different property tours, meet with different builders, have them come in and talk to us. If you have any ideas or anything you'd like to add, I'd love to have you on the committee as well.
Awesome. Excellent. Thank you very much, Annie. Let's invite Lisa Gonzalez with our events committee.
Well, we pretty much know about Death by Chocolate, but we do have 2 other events in the year. The next one will be in June, possibly. I haven't scheduled that yet, but that's in progress. Splash Summit is one of the most popular things that we do. The whole family can come, and it's pretty cost effective as well. We do plan to do that with another office. so that will bring the cost down for all of us, because it's basically, you can have this many people or this many people and it's the same price. So we're trying to hold that cost down. And so we will have another office we're doing it jointly with. And then the last event we do is usually the Kuahara Thriller Park, where we have donuts and milk and all kinds of fun things at Kuahara. So those are the events. We do need people that are willing to actually do stuff on the committee, because some of them, like Death by Chocolate is actually our busiest one. So if you're ready to dig in, I would love to have you guys come on board. We do need somebody who knows how to make a video slideshow, and people that know how to do some cool flyers, and people that are just willing to work are, more than welcome to come and join us. Thanks so much.
Awesome. That was great. Thank you very much, Lisa. Let's invite Kenya to come on up here. Wealth and finance.
Yay, wealth, who likes money?
Yes.
So I'm super excited to be the wealth chair this year again. My passion in real estate began with wealth building. It was about investing, getting into real estate through investing, or getting into investing through real estate. So honestly, in the last couple of years, I feel like I've lost track of that passion because it's been so busy out there. But this year, I have a renewed initiative to really focus on investing, on building wealth, and being smart with money. And that there's a lot of different areas that can touch. It can be right down to bookkeeping and keeping track of our money, paying attention to where it's going, and budgeting. And then as far as estate planning and investing in real estate in between, or in other things. So what I'm seeing for this year, I'm going to start holding a monthly, I would guess I'd call it a, not to rip off KW Wealth, but KW South Valley Wealth Community, where we can all get together and share what our goals are, what our objectives are this year when it comes to our own personal finances and wealth building. And so I actually was hoping, but I don't know if it made it. Did that QR code by chance make it to slides? If not, it's okay. I sent one early, but I have a Google form that I can share with you. So if you either text me or just come up to me afterward and you can scan my QR code. I would love to know what your goals are. Like, what is everyone trying to do? I mean, we are all trying to earn money. What are your wealth goals, and what are you trying to do this year? So I have some plans for the next couple of months, but then I want to start incorporating whatever it is that everyone else is working on, and maybe we bring in outside professionals to come help us through whatever the common goals are that we have, so that we can be building wealth and I guess finding good ways to use our wealth. Money is good for the good that it can do. I've had more thought. Oh, I would love any committee members that want to help, that are excited about building wealth. If you want to join me and help make these things happen. Right now, we are scheduled out for the third Thursday of each month at noon. So mark your calendars for that. Either sign up on there, come reach out to me, and we can collect everyone's information and goals for this year and start building some wealth. Thanks. Third Thursday at noon.
Excellent. Thank you, Kenya. Perfect. Let's invite Patria. Yes, Patria is over our commercial committee.
Hi, I'm Patria, and I'm over KW Commercial Committee for our office. And KW, if those of you who are new agents, we've got a lot of new agents coming to our office this year. Keller Williams allows our agents to both transact in residential and in the commercial spaces. You don't have to choose one or the other. And so what I would like to do this year is continue to offer educational classes and introductions to commercial, to understand how they're different from transactions, or commercial different from residential. And we as residential agents also will have clients that own their own businesses or invest in commercial property. And you're going to come across the question of, can you help me with a lease? Or can you help me buy a building? Can you help me in the commercial space? Instead of saying, I don't do that, I have scripts that I've written that can help you communicate with your database and with your SOI and your clients to say, yes, I have a commercial partner for that. And I can help match you up with a commercial partner here in the office. And then beyond that, if you want to learn more about commercial real estate and want to participate in the transaction and learn more, we'll create those mentoring opportunities for you. So It's going to be a great opportunity to not only provide a better service to your clients, but also another avenue of generating revenue and increasing your GCI. So join
Awesome.
the committee.
Thank you, Patria. Let's see, our last one is Tammy Loescher, and she wasn't able to be here. What's that? She is on a cruise, so we can all be jealous. But I'll share with her about hers real quick. Hers is diversity, equity, and inclusion / safety as well in there. So what this is, we want to make sure it's a goal of ours to be not only diverse, but be inclusive of everyone. This is anything from like business itself to nationalities to different cultures to everything under the sun that we can think of. We are inclusive and we welcome all of that. We also want to make sure that there's safety in not only your own occupations, your jobs. Some people, they don't feel like they've ever thought about safety, and some people, that's the first thing they think about. How do I make sure that I go on a showing and meet this person I've never met before and be safe and come back home? That's a reality. We've heard stories across the nation where there's been, bad things that have happened, of course. So that's what this one is about, our office safety as well. So if that is something that interests you and want to be a part of and contribute to, then that's Tammy's, her committee. So all of these together, just want to thank you guys and thank our ALC. We'll give them another thank you here in just a second. But this is a way to, if you have any interest in these different committees, sometimes it's interest, like, hey, I just want to learn more about luxury or about how the events work. Maybe I want to increase that in my own business. Then that is a good reason to be involved. Each of these people in these committees, they're the chairs, they have extensive experience, not only in business, but in these areas as well. So there is so much that you can learn from just rubbing shoulders from someone. So if you have interest and you want to give back and participate in a way, sometimes the best way to learn is by getting your hands dirty and being involved, either leading or contributing or teaching in some cases. So the next step, what we'll do is right before we head back for lunch, make your way up here. You should hopefully by now have an idea of one or a couple of these that you might be interested in. We've got pens right here. Write down your name and your contact info. Even if you think we have it, it's good, because what we'll do is we'll just make sure that we've got that info right there, and our chair members can take those home and be in touch. So name, number, email, social security card, mother's maiden name, all of that is required. Lottery numbers, all of that. Okay, and without further ado, let's give all of our chair ALC another round of applause. They made it look easy up here, and thank you for everyone being here. Come sign up, and then we'll go grab some lunch. Fill out your papers and hand them back. If you don't know where to put your papers, you can set them up on the desk up here.